My current obsession. Hey, metal vinyl community, it's Surface Noise Vinyl back with another video. I think it's been almost a year to the day since my last video. Craziness, life, mental health problems. Yeah, you know. Middle age has its joys. So, anyway, aside from all that shit, I'm back. Hopefully you're going to try to post more regularly again. This video is going to be the start of a series that I want to do called My Current Obsession. Right now, if you can hear the music in the background, that gives you a hint to what my current obsession is. Yes, it's old school death metal. I can't seem to get enough these days. Maybe it's some meds, I don't know. Anyway, first up, I'm going to go through 14 old school death metal albums that I own and love, and go from there. So the first one is the record playing in the background right now. This is Grave with Into the Grave. And just going to look at some notes here. So this was recorded in 91. My copy is on Osmos Productions from 2023. The cover is really slick. It's got kind of an embossed Grave logo, glossy, on the cover there. Very cool. And the artwork's awesome, of course. And then the back. And again, this is kind of like an embossed logo here and the border around the photo. And then inside we have the lyric sheet and some photos with awesome shirts. I really want that Cathedral t-shirt. Yeah, and then on the back here it says, Grave. Yes, the rumors are true. Grave is the most extreme death metal band in the world today. Find out for yourself with their debut release, Into the Grave. Feel the power, taste the pain, live the horror. It's so cheesy, but I love it. Okay, yeah, so this is such an awesome album. Can't get enough. What else can I say about it? The guitars are huge. It's got a brutal, thick, and heavy production. The vocals are brutal and low sounding, and the guitars are super fucking heavy. Also, I'm not sure how old these guys were when this came out, but they look like babies. So kudos to them for making such an awesome record at a really young age. So that's Grave. Next up. And this one I kind of debated about. The next one I grabbed is Bolt Thrower for Victory. So this is, the album's from 94. This is 2017 Earache on black vinyl. Obviously, it's a great album. But it's definitely not my favorite. I think I prefer the later era stuff. Not error. Yeah, not much to look at, just lyrics and, cool illustration of a skull. But I actually think I prefer the Fourth Crusade more. I only have this one on CD, but I like that cool eye with a rune around it. That's cool. But yeah, I think I like this one better. But this is a great record. It's not my favorite artwork. I prefer the later stuff with Warhammer, mech robot guys and stuff. And this real soldier thing somewhere. I don't know. I guess this band is very war imagery heavy, which I don't love either. But yeah, anyway. Still a great album, though. Okay, let's go to the number 3 here. These aren't in any order either. It's just the order that I, decided to do it in. No specific order. So Deicide, their self-titled Deicide from 1990. My cover is the recent 2025 Roadrunner Records Yeah, so, I mean, what can you say about this one? Glenn Benton's totally nuts. I think he's off his rocker, but this is a great album. It's like uh, lots of great. I mean, Lunatic of God's Creation, Sacrificial Suicide, Dead by Dawn is probably my favorite song. Dead by Dawn, Dead by Dawn, Dead by Dawn. It's so crazy. The vocal delivery is nuts. He's got this weird raspy. I mean, it's not a black metal sounding, but it definitely has a kind of higher register sound. Um, and there's also like in that song, there's crazy demon screams, and it's a love letter to Evil Dead 2, which I consider one of the best horror movies ever made. So you can fight me on that. But it's great. I just love this insanity. And the record is on this cool, crazy. It's called Metallic White and Red online, but it looks more pinkish to me. But yeah, it's kind of gutty, bloody colors, I guess. So that's cool. Anyway, crazy album. There's Glenn. What a nutcase, but he's crazy. He's cool. So yeah, that is Deicide, self-titled. And this pressing is 2018 Cosmic Key Creations. The album originally came out in '93. Just great old school British death metal. Sounds similar to the US stuff, but there's maybe a slight subtle difference that I can't quite put my finger on, and that's probably because I've only spun it twice, I think. So I definitely need to spin it more, but I really love what I hear, and Dan Seagrave art, which is awesome, and we're going to see a lot more of that. And the obligatory, 80s, 90s band collage thing, which I'm kind of glad is a trend that died out, because just always makes them look like idiots. And it's more thrashy than death metal, in my opinion. Now this one is cool. It's a 2 LP set, and record 1 is this gold kind of semi-transparent and cool logo too. I really like their logo. It's got like a regular nun and then like a devil nun. Demon nun? Devil nun? Whatever. I guess it'd be demon. And then on the other record 2, we've got this kind of almost neon orange. This side is just etched. There's a side with side C with the music. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, and like I said, new to this one, but really liking it so far. And I don't know anything about Cosmic Key Creations, but definitely sounds like a label I should check out, because this is a very nice packaging and presentation, so very cool. And one that you don't hear talked about too much, this one as well. That one and this one. This is Brutality with Screams of Anguish. Again, wicked t-shirts. I don't know how well you can see. Probably not that well, but and there's now a glare. But anyway, the guy on the left is wearing a Napalm Death long sleeve that I would absolutely kill for. There's a Deicide and a Cannibal Corpse, and the guy in the middle has awesome 90s dreadlocks. It was such a 90s thing. Okay, more cool t-shirts on the inside. There's an Entombed, another Napalm Death it looks like. Anyway, cool stuff. So yeah, this is originally Nuclear Blast from '93, and my copy is Fart Records 2023. Again, it's another U.S. band, recorded at the now famous Moore Sound Studios in Tampa, Florida. I'd say Ceremonial Unearthing is probably my favorite track. That's track 2. But again, I haven't had this one that long. Definitely need to spend a little more time with it. But yeah, just great, awesome US death metal. And we flip the record. Next up, Obituary, Cause of Death. With another classic Lovecraftian inspired artwork. This album's from 1990 on Road Racer, and my copy is 2019 Listenable Records. The first of many in this video that are from Listenable Records. Yeah, they do awesome reissues. This is really thick cardstock. The insert here, there's more of the crazy artwork. The Lovecraftian painting was done by Michael R. Whelan. Of course, it's another More Sound production recording from Tampa. Produced by the infamous Scott Burns. This is possibly a perfect death metal record. I see no flaws with this record at all. And it also has an awesome Celtic Frost cover, Circle of the Tyrants. That's a lot of fun. So, yeah. Obituary, Cause of Death, amazing record. I believe this is on red vinyl with awesome custom label there. The eye, very cool, love it. Okay. Next up, another banger, because these all are. Morbid Angel, Altars of Madness, another awesome Dan Seagrave cover. Really cool, just like, demon and skull faces all mushed together in one big cosmic orgy. It's mad. Yeah, this is a gatefold. So cool, get lyrics and a band photo inside. And then we open up the record, take the record out. It is on... I just got these MoFi sleeves. I'm liking them. This is on blue vinyl. Crazy image on the back there. Some crucified dudes not looking like they're having a good day. Picture of a skull dude playing a bone flute. And 89 Earache Records. And this is again on Listenable. No, it's Earache from 2015. My bad. Yeah. Anyway, classic, awesome stuff. Again, it's More Sound Studios from Tampa. Oh yeah, and I was just gonna say, I think Morbid Angel, although they're like don't have a flawless discography, I think the 90s to early to mid 2000s output is all really solid. I like all of their albums up to the last one they put out was not so great. But this is their first and probably their best. Some great cool creepy synth effects thrown in as well, and yeah, just makes this a classic, very memorable album. Next up, we have Napalm Death, Harmony Corruption. Awesome collage style artwork on the cover here, as they were known for doing. This is just black on Earache from 2017. And this album originally came out in 1990. The first record of theirs to feature a more death metal sound. Was quite genre defining, I think. But the mix does leave a bit to be desired. The vocals are kind of back in the mix, as well as the guitars, and the kick drum is right up front. It's like too much kick, in my opinion. It's kind of strange. But it's still a classic album, even if it does sound more punk, with traces of grindcore, which their first couple albums were known for. It's still evident here, but it's getting more to the death metal side. Probably not my favorite of theirs, but still a really great album. So that is Napalm Death, Harmony, Corruption. Moving on to Pestilence, Consuming Impulse. I don't know about that artwork on this one. I'm not crazy about that. It's weird. It's not badly done or anything. It's just dudes getting swarmed by army ants, I guess. That's fire ants, maybe? I don't know. Not a fun day, anyway. There we got the band on the back with another awesome Napalm Death shirt, Carcass shirt, Death shirt. Yeah, these guys are showing their influence on their sleeves. Just black vinyl on this one. It's on Hammerheart. I forgot to say that. And it came out in 2017. This copy, originally recorded in '89. So just on the cusp of the 90s death metal thing. But yeah, I mean, like I said, they're from the Netherlands. The only band in this list that is. And definitely has more of like a thrash, sound, I think, in the guitars, the solos, the riffs. But like I said, they were obviously listening to bands like Death Carcass, Napalm Death, and that definitely comes through, in the overall presentation and sound. So yeah, great album. Some classic stuff. Can't remember. There's a song towards the end of the album that's awesome. I can't remember if it's Proliferous Souls or Reduced Ashes. It might be Reduced Ashes. I can't remember, but yeah, awesome stuff. So that, and this is really thick. I don't know if I mentioned that. Really thick, heavyweight vinyl, which is awesome. Always helps with the sound, right? So I cannot get that back. Okay. Next one. This is fun. I'm having fun. Death, Symbolic. Yeah, this is a hard record to get a hold of, and quite pricey now for some reason. They just need to reissue this thing, I guess. Or actually, didn't they? Maybe it does have a reissue. You guys let me know. Anyway, this particular copy is from 2014 on Metal Blade, but it was originally released in '95 on Roadrunner. And I'd say that this is probably their first full progressive album. The riffs, the arrangements, they're crazy, they're complicated. And of course, Chuck does all the riff writing and stuff, but I think Gene Hoglan, the drummer, just with his amazingly tight and precise drumming, definitely lended a lot to this sounding as progressive as it does. But it's awesome. I absolutely love it. Also, really cool artwork. I'm not sure who the artist is on this one. And I think my favorite song is probably the first one, Symbolic, the title track. It's just really evil sounding. And when that chorus riff kicks in, it's really catchy too. It's awesome. So I would say this is one of my favorites of theirs. The 3-album run of Human, Individual Thought Patterns, and Symbolic are my favorite. The earlier stuff is, it's more raw sounding, which is totally, understandable and makes sense, and it's still great stuff, but I kill for this era of Death. So, yeah, Death Symbolic, amazing record. And one I'm very lucky to have in my collection. Next up, we have Carcass artwork from '93. My copies, Earache, 2021. I would say Carcass is kind of. I'm considering where they started out with like this crazy, gore grind thing, and then they went to this, which is, you know, probably one of the more produced sounding death metal records of the '90s. You can fight me on that too if you want, but I think it's true. What else can I say about this? This is the Ultimate Edition, apparently, which I don't think is very ultimate. It has the album, and then it has another disc with demos of the album. All the same songs in the same track order, which I don't think I've ever listened to because I'm just not really a fan of listening to demos. I'd rather hear the final fully produced version of the song myself. And also, I mean, the artwork is Geiger, which is cool and all, but it's weird. I don't really understand what it means. And also, it's like this weird brown color scheme, and it's just dull. I mean, let's see. We've got the covers, the picture of the sculpture by Geiger. Inside, it's just a bigger picture of the sculpture by Geiger. That's not really why, It's just black, nothing to see there. No inners, no, this is really not very ultimate. I don't know what they were thinking with that, with this one. And full dynamic range doesn't sound so full or dynamic to me. So I think the CD version of this actually sounds better. So hoping they reissue this album and do it right. My favorite of Carcass album is probably Surgical Steel. I think that album is flawless. And this one has, a few minor issues. Still great, still some great songs, but yeah, it needs a better edition released. So hopefully that'll happen someday. Next up, we have Gorguts, Considered Dead. Finally, a Canadian death metal band from Quebec. Again, this was recorded at More Sound in Tampa by Scott Burns. We've got a really cool kind of neon piss yellow color. Well, I guess if your piss is that color, you better go to the doctor. But yeah, just awesome. Luc Lemay, vocals and guitar, insane, very unique sounding voice. This is again on Listenable Records from 2016. I believe. I didn't write that down. Yes, I did. It is 2016. Again, another Dan Seagrave cover. This is one of my favorites, I think, of his. I absolutely love this artwork. It's just awesome. You've got the weird altar with the ghost dude kind of coming out of it here. And then we got this weird creature in the corner there. And there's some dead things, people and stuff down here. And this cool, the logo's awesome with like the bat wings. And then on the back, there's like a close up here of the front artwork and a picture of the band. Again, with awesome t-shirts, although it's kind of hard to see what's going on. There are t-shirts in this one, but yeah, just simply awesome record. I would say, although this isn't that much like Death, it does have a lot of progressive elements and definitely hints at what's to come, because if you know Gorguts, they got super progressive later on. And just put out a new album already, guys. Come on. Apparently it's in the works, I think. So, yeah, this is our first album. And just awesome stuff. So, Gorguts, Considered Dead. Next, we have Suffocation, Effigy of the Forgotten. So I'm very new to this band. I would not say that this is kind of in my wheelhouse that much. But again, their first full length, From More Sound again, came out in 1991. This is a 2016 Listenable Records version again, reissue. And like I said before, really thick cardstock, really heavyweight vinyl. It came in this nice sleeve. So so I don't have to replace it. It's on nice red vinyl too. Very cool. And yeah, these guys are just super brutal, considered brutal technical death metal. So tech death is usually way over the top for me. I don't listen to modern tech death at all. And usually it's the vocals are just too brutal sounding for me. But these ones, although they're quite brutal, they're not like over the top in your face. They're still nutty, but yeah, and the vocal style is kind of the same throughout the album, I think, but they were kind of the first to do it, I believe, so that you kind of gotta respect them for that. They pretty much created this genre of brutal tech death, I think. So, and I definitely need to listen to it more because I'm not all that familiar. Again, this is one I haven't owned that long, so and definitely my first album of theirs. If you think I should check out other more albums by Suffocation, then let me know in the comments what you think I should check out next. Because I do like this, definitely I do like it. So yeah, Effigy of the Forgotten. Man, I feel like we're just flying through this. I think this is going to be it. The last one for today. Probably my favorite death metal album of all time. This is Entombed Left Hand Path with another awesome Dan Seagrave artwork. And it says, "Rest in festering slime. Here burns the souls of 1,000 generations. Join the club." Dan, 1990. So yeah, obviously the dude has a cool sense of humor. Love it. And the other awesome thing about this album is the drummer is, and actually he played bass too on this album, Nicky Anderson, also famous for Helicopters, and was a founding member of Lucifer, no longer in that band, but yeah, just awesome stuff. This is on Earache, 2015, I think. But originally it came out in, it's 2017, sorry, but originally it came out in 89. And yeah, I would say the riffs are just a cut above most other death metals, and unheard of at the time, other than a couple other that I've just showed. But yeah, not a lot of death metal going on in the late 80s. So, a few things, I guess. So, but yeah, this is one of the best, in my opinion. And probably my favorite track is the first one, Left Hand Path. That creepy synth part comes in towards the end of the song, and it just sounds like something straight out of Halloween, John Carpenter movie. It's awesome. If you haven't heard it, go check it out because it really is. The synth thing starts on its own, and then the drums come in, and they just kick into like this crazy awesome like kind of mid-tempo groove. It's awesome. I love it. The only problem is I don't think the album quite gets to that level again. So they kind of blow their load right off the get-go, in my opinion. But it's still an awesome album. Great stuff. Later on in Entombed's career, they kind of had a lot of drama and personnel changes and stuff. But they do have many great albums. Obviously, Clandestine, Wolverine Blues, awesome album and song, Wolverine Blues. My band actually plays it, covers it just in rehearsal sometimes. Really fun song to play. And Morning Star is a great album too. Really, really dig that one. And these guys really pioneered the genre of death and roll. Which I think gets a lot of hate, but I really like that genre. Carcass, of course, did some too, famously. I'm a fan of Swan Song, I'll say. So, anyway, what else can I say? an amazing album by an amazing band. I know they have a couple duds, but most of their albums are great. And hopefully we're going to hear new things from them in 2026. I really hope so. So I've probably rambled long enough, and I think the album just ended. So that is my cue to end this video. But thanks for watching. I hope you like this concept of my current obsession, and hopefully more in the future. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See you.